Hello everyone, I'm Lenroy Dsouza and I'm from Our Lady of Nazareth Church, Bhayandar. Welcome back to another episode of 8.25 FM. We live in a world where we are always connected, chatting, scrolling, snapping, streaming, living life online. Our phones have become our lifelines and they hold our memories, our conversations, even our secrets. But there's one tiny moment we all secretly fear. That sudden instant when your phone hits 1% battery. Come on, be honest. I can practically feel half of you checking your phone percentages right now. It's that universal moment of modern terror, isn't it? Your heart jumps, your hand starts scrambling for a charger, and suddenly you feel this tiny panic like you're about to lose connection to the world. Picture it. You're in the middle of something very important. Maybe you're texting someone you care about. Maybe you're following GPS in an unfamiliar place. Or maybe you're just scrolling through reels or binge watching a series. Or you're deep in a group chat drama trying to prove your point. And suddenly, bam! That red warning flashes and your whole world shifts into emergency mode. And of course, your battery always dies right before you send the perfect comeback. Well, jokes aside, at that moment, what do? We scramble. We frantically search for a charger like we are surviving some digital apocalypse. We start closing apps, dimming screens, suddenly becoming phone battery economists. But here's something that completely blew my mind the other day. Some of our most meaningful phone moments happen in that final 1%. Think about it. When your phone is dying, what do? You don't waste those precious seconds on random videos or checking what someone had for breakfast or what others are doing. No. In that 1% moment, you become laser focused on what actually matters. You send that I love you text. You make that important call. You share crucial information. When your phone is dying, you suddenly know exactly what's essential and what's just noise. And that's when it hit me like lightning. This is exactly how God works in our lives. We spend so much of our spiritual lives operating at 100% battery. We feel strong, capable, in control. We've got our plans mapped out, our schedules organized, our problems handled. We are running multiple apps in our spiritual life. Work stress here, relationship drama there, future planning over here. But then life happens. Sometimes gradually, sometimes all at once, our spiritual battery starts draining. Maybe it's a loss that shakes us. Maybe it's a betrayal that wounds us. Maybe it's just that season where prayers feel like they're bouncing off the ceiling and God feels miles away. And suddenly, we hit our spiritual 1%. We feel completely drained, empty, powerless, like we're about to shut down completely. But here's the beautiful mystery I want to share with you today. God's greatest miracles often happen at 1%. Think about the stories we've been listening to for so many years that shaped our faith. Moses at the Red Sea, Israelites trapped, enemies closing in, nowhere to run. That was a 1% moment. David facing Goliath, a boy with a sling against a giant warrior. 1% odds. The disciples in the storm, waves crashing over their boat thinking they were going to die. 1% hope. Mary at the tomb, weeping because she thought Jesus was gone forever. The disciples were locked in a room, terrified after the crucifixion. All of them at 1%. The moments when human strength had completely run out. And that's precisely when God stepped in with 100% of His power. When a phone goes down from 1%, something simple happens. We stop pretending we are fine and we do the small, real thing we've been avoiding. Maybe it's finally calling your mom back, sending that honest message to a friend, or answering a question you've been dodging for a while. That tiny red icon cuts through the noise and brings us back to what really matters. And often than not, that honest, small act is where healing and courage begin. So what does the last 1% teach us? First, honesty. When your phone is dying, you stop pretending you have endless time. You admit you need help. And that's exactly what God is waiting for. For us to stop pretending we can do everything alone and finally say, I need you. Second, focus. The one-person movement cuts through all the noise. Suddenly, you know exactly what matters. That call you need to make, that person you need to forgive, that dream you need to chase. Sometimes it takes emptiness to see clearly. Third, creativity. When your phone is dying, you find solutions you never even thought of. You borrow a charger, you turn on airplane mode, you ask friends for help. When you're spiritually empty, the same thing happens. We discover new ways to pray, new people to lean on, new strength we didn't know we had. Picture that little red battery icon. Feel the hush, that instant you realize you can't do everything, that a screen and your plans might go dark. Now imagine your whole life at 1%. What single thing would you reach for? Who would you call? What would you finally say? Don't overthink it. Choose just one small, honest thing and hold it gently in your mind. When a phone dies, we hunt for a charger, a wall socket, a friend's cable, a spare power bank. In life, our chargers are simpler and truer. A 2-line prayer, someone who listens without fixing, 5 quiet minutes to breathe, or a brave apology landing on a tired heart. Keep one of those chargers within your reach always. Here's the tender surprise. When we feel empty, we often give our most real selves, and that small offering can be the ember that becomes a flame. So treat the 1% warning as a prompt. When it flashes, stop. Take one slow breath. Whisper, Lord, show me what matters now. And then, without overthinking, do that one single thing you named, gently but with intention. Tiny courage, one small action, big, steady change. Let your 1% become a doorway, because God often does His best work in our last 1%. This is me reminding you that even at 1%, you're never truly powerless. God will meet you in your empty spaces and fill them with His endless strength. Just have faith in Him and trust Him. Keep believing, keep hoping, and remember, your greatest breakthroughs might be disguised as your most powerless moments. Thank you, and may your 1% become the beginning of something absolutely incredible. Hello everyone, I am Lenroy Dsouza.
Damn bro! मालूम ही नहीं था ना वो आ जाओ
Paying, screaming, connected. अरे माँ अरे हो गया बोल. Hello everyone. I know that's fine, okay. It's okay if I start late. Don't stare at me like that.